Lothario, a man whose chief interest is in seducing women. Noun. It's a noun.
Scintillating, witty, brilliantly clever.
Terry, to be slow going, to stay somewhere.
Refute, prove a statement or theory to be wrong or false. Disprove. Sad-eyed or sad-faced. Adjective. Definition. Grave-looking. Sick-lied or pronounced sick-lead. Definition 1. Prone to sickness. 2. Of, caused by, or associated with sickness. Lacking vigor or strength. Feeble or weak. Consummation, the point at which something is complete or finalized.
This calamity of so long life.
That makes calamity of so long life calamity. An event causing great and oft sudden damage or distress. A disaster. Of a person or mental process, intelligently, analytical, and clear thinking. Discerning, having or showing good judgment. Crass, lacking sensitivity, refinement, or intelligence. Coarse, vulgar. Colloquial, of language used in ordinary or familiar conversation, not formal or literary. Sagacious, having or showing keen mental discernment and good judgment. Shrewd. Judicious, showing good judgment, prudent, wise, and careful. Tactless, lacking skill or sensitivity in dealing with others. Tacit, understood but not spoken, implied. Whet, to excite or stimulate the mind or appetite. Prerogative, a special right or privilege. Hyperbole, obvious exaggeration, usually for effect or emphasis. Emphasis. Ameliorate, to make better. Something that's usually not too great is made better, you know. Potent, powerful. Potent. Powerful. Spurious. Fake, counterfeit. Electic, coming from many sources. Assent, to express agreement. Abstemious, or abstemious. Abstemious has been commonly pronounced, but I don't like it though. Okay. Self-denying, exercising restraint in appetites or behavior. Vociferous, expressing feelings or opinions in a very loud or forceful way. Expressed in a very loud or forceful way. Askance, in a way that shows a lack of trust or approval, with disapproval or distrust. Abrogation, the abolishing of something, doing away with.
Not mistakable. Clear, obvious.
Metropolis, a large city, the chief city of an area, or a very large or important city.
Esoteric, known only by a few, hard to understand. Engrossed, completely occupied or absorbed. Subjugation, the act of conquering, process by which a minority group is denied equal access to the benefits of a society. Forced submission to control by others. Subjugation.
Parallels, similarities. Feedback loop, a circular process in which a system's output services serves as an input to that same system. Pre-wait, a prequel phenomenon where the viewers pose to recognize some objects, people, or events from the original story and become awestruck. This is oft used as a crutch in the film industry. Grand, absurdly exaggerated. Disdain, contempt, derision, scorn. Atemporal, free from the limits of time, timeless. Atemporality, the state of being free from the limits of time, being timeless.
The state of being free from the limits of time, being timeless.
Revile,
Revile,
to attack with words, call bad names.
revile, to attack with words, call bad names.
Opposing camps, cut for Bieber, and duh, fu asterisk, K, why cut for Bieber?
Unwittingly, unknowingly, without awareness.
internal consistency. Your brand
attributes are consistent with one another.
Your brand attributes are consistent with one another.
Your brand attributes are consistent with one another.
Your brand attributes are.
Your brand attributes are consistent with one another.
Your brand attributes are consistent.
Your brand attributes are consistent with one another.
Your brand attributes are consistent with.
Your brand attributes are consistent with one another. Your brand attributes are consistent with one another.
Your brand attributes are consistent with one.
Your brand attributes are consistent with one another.
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 Apt. 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 Appropriate or suitable in the circumstances. Apt. Having a tendency to do something. Apt. Having a tendency. Apt. Inclined. Apt. Given. Apt. Likely. Apt. Liable. Apt. Disposed. Apt. Predisposed. Apt. Apt. Prone. Apt. Suitable. Apt. Fitting. Apt. Appropriate. Apt. Befitting. Apt. Relevant. Apt.
Germain.
Apt. Germain.
Befit.
Befit. To be appropriate for. Suit. Be appropriate for. Suit.
Befit.
The ballad ends nobly, as befits a tragedy. I answered in a befitting manner. Synonyms in keeping with. As befits, appropriate to, fit for, suitable for, suited to, proper to, right for, compatible with, consistent with, in character with, meant for.
Befit.
Fit. Haven't seen Ethan.
Sus. Sus. Sus.
Verb.
Sus. Sus. Sus.
British informal.
Sus. Sus. Sus.
Realize.
Sus. 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 Sus.
Realize. Grasp. He
Sus.
sussed it. He sussed it. Sus. Sus.
A highly educated person who may not know much about real life. Egghead. Egghead.
Preliminary.
Denoting an action or event proceeding or done in preparation for something fuller or more important. An action or event proceeding or preparing for something fuller or more important.
Well then.
Preclude is a sin. That's awesome sin.
A narrative poem written in 4-line stanzas, characterized by swift action and narrated in a direct style.
Diminutive, extremely small.
Staring at the sun, feeling moribund. Look into my eyes to show you where I'm coming from. Attach my pain into your life, will leave you just as numb. Look into my eyes to show you where I'm coming from. Attach my pain into your life, will leave you just as numb. Look into my eyes to show you where I'm coming from. I'm feeling moribund.